Hello everyone, it's Shannon with Shannon's Crafty DIYs. Welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 vintage farmhouse DIYs. I think they turned out super gorgeous. I have never done a vintage farmhouse before, and I would just love it for you guys to stick around, and we will start with the DIYs. And I will leave the link to a special playlist in the description box. Please go and check out some other amazing crafters as well with this type of DIY. So let's get started. So DIY number 1, I'm just taking this hello sign from the Dollar Tree. It's just like particle board, so it's not real wood, but I find it does, however, take a lot of paint because it absorbs quite quickly. So I only painted the exterior of the letters. I didn't bother painting the back because you're not going to see it. And I didn't paint the front only because I'm going to add some paper to it. And this way I just found it stuck or it sticks a little bit better without having paint on the back. And also if you ever remove the sticker, the paint doesn't get ruined as well. So I've had this gorgeous it's like shelf liner. Now I actually used another paper from this pack. It was a 3-pack, and I used it on one of the bunnies that I did at Easter. I have a picture right now. This stuff is so sticky and it's so stretchy, so you kind of have to go slowly with this. Now this is what I'm using. You guys, you know, you can use scrapbook paper, you can use anything, tissue paper. This is all the same technique that I'm going to do. So all I'm doing is just sticking it on as I go and removing the plastic slowly, and that way you reduce the chance of getting a lot of bubbles as well. So this is the part that kind of is time consuming because the paper is so sticky and you have to go around all the letters, and especially when there's an O involved, you have to cut in the center as well. So I'm just using my regular scissors, and I also use my precision scissors from the Dollar Tree. Now, once everything is removed, I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm just going to clean up the edges a little bit more. I do love my mat that I'm using right now. This is one I always use in all my videos. It is a self-healing cutting mat, so it's a Cricut mat. So yeah, you don't even have to worry about scratches or anything like that. So I'm not too concerned about cutting my mat. So this is really it to this DIY. I am going to show you, however, I think because all 3 pieces go so well together, I'm going to wait till the very end of the video to do the big reveal. So let's move on to DIY number 2. And I'm just taking one of these Dollar Tree crates and I'm going to just give it 1 coat of white paint. And I did do the inside as well. Even though you fill it with flowers or whatever, you don't necessarily have to do the inside, but I did just to make sure everything was cleaned up. So same idea here. I'm just using the rest of, or some more of this liner paper. I just like using things up as well. And the fact that this is going to match the DIYs really, really well. So same idea. Now this, I know you guys, there's different techniques of doing this, and I wanted to make sure I exposed the spaces in the crate as well. However, what you would normally do is you would probably Mod Podge to the bottom strip of the crate and then cut and then repeat the same steps and apply the paper to the second piece of the crate. However, I'm just attaching the whole thing only because this paper is so sticky and it was kind of hard to manage. So just taking my X-Acto knife again and just trimming off the excess paper. So now that the excess paper is all removed, here I'm going to do all the intricate details, and I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and just cut out the strips in the middle of each of the pieces of the crate. Now I am using a fresh blade on my X-Acto knife just to make sure I am getting those clean cuts, just because this liner paper is more fibrous as well. It gets a little bit, you get some extra little tiny pieces. So at least the X-Acto knife cuts it really, really nice. So DIY number 3, I'm just taking one of these mason jars. I actually got this from Christmas. My mother-in-law puts a cookie dough recipe in there, and then when you get it as a gift, you just add your butter and your egg type of thing. So it was so fun. So this was actually free for me. So I didn't end up using the ballet slipper by Waverly. I actually made my own acrylic paint. So I did use the white acrylic paint from Michael's, the Deco Art, and I also used the pink cotton candy from acrylic, or I think it's acrylic, from the Dollar Tree, and I just mixed the two just to get this nice, beautiful pale pink color. It did take 3 coats, and I'm just using my 120 grit sandpaper and just sanding off all the edges just to make it look really weathered. And I go over the words as well just to expose them a little bit and you can actually see them a little bit better. I did use my sanding block at first, but it wasn't working as well, even though it is medium grit, but I liked this technique as well. Again, you can keep scratching off as much paint or as little as you want. This again is customizable and the color is customizable as well. So I had this spare lace ribbon. This is the leftover or the last bit of what I had. I thought, you know what, it's not long enough to tie a bow. I'm just going to tie a knot, and look at that. It just sits perfectly just like that. You can hot glue it if you want. I am going to be hot gluing a flower to it after, so there is hot glue after. So at this point it's really up to you if you want to hot glue it. So I'm just cutting off the edges of the ribbon to make it look nice. And you guys remember these paper flowers from the Dollarama? I love them. I was deciding, do I want to use these? Or I also remember I had these gorgeous paper flowers as well with the gold touch to it. I am using these. Oh my gosh, I love them. I use them in a Valentine's DIY. And I just think these are so elegant, especially with the gold touch to them. This totally is vintage Farmhouse in my opinion. So just hot gluing it in the center, and now I'm just going to add the flowers. You guys remember I hauled these gorgeous peonies from the Dollarama. I am obsessed with these, and I think this display is going to be in my house for a very long time because I absolutely think they are gorgeous. So just adding them into the vase. Now we are coming to the end of the video, so you will see everything. I'm super excited to do the final reveal. Now this is a playlist with some other beautiful, talented women. I would love it if you guys could check the link in the description box. Just go over and see some other beautiful DIYs and just go say hi from me. So that is it for this video. I had so much fun. Again, this is not my normal DIY video, but again, I always love to think outside the box, and I had so much fun. And honestly, these are, yeah, I love flowers, I love Farmhouse, and I love vintage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, I do post videos every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. The odd time, again, it is Thursday. So click that bell button to be notified every time I do upload a new video. And that is it, guys. I hope you have a fabulous day. We'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.